What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett with my guest co-host Jessica.
Hello.
As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. All right, so episode 7 of Shadow and Bone. What'd you think?
Oh my lord, I swear. Why do they have to put in backstories in an episode right in the middle of it, even though it's almost over? Do that in the beginning. Well, that's my one problem I had with it, but after that, it kind of did get a little bit bad, but it was slow for me towards the beginning.
No doubt. I will say,
I just can't. I can't.
I don't really know exactly what the point of that backstory was. I thought, I had the polar opposite kind of reaction when it come to that. I was like, oh, backstory, it's kind of cool to maybe see creation of Bone, but a lot of it was kind of pointless in that, yes, we got to see the creation of the fold, but we really didn't get to see the story behind it enough where that we could get a semblance of his lover that died, what his mother was talking about.
His lover. It was his protector. Protector. She protected him and made him. She was the Grecian.
She was his lover too.
I guess.
But it just didn't make very much sense into why they gave us such a snippet of a backstory without really giving us a full detail.
They should have done that in the episode 1. Yeah. Episode 1 should have been what they put in episode 7 because it doesn't make sense. We already know about the fold. We already know everything. We know that, but we didn't know how it was created until episode 7. Why do we have to know up until episode 7 how it was created, how it was formed, and how everything came together with it?
Yeah,
we should have known that in the beginning.
We already by this time had learned of the Fold's creation. We had learned that he was the Black Heretic. It wasn't like we knew that Bagra was his mother. But
we didn't know how it created until this episode.
Could say yes, we didn't know, but we knew it was like dark magic that resulted.
Okay,
so I just kind of felt like it was. I agree with you. If they would have done it at the very first scene of the very first episode, I feel like it would have stopped a lot of explaining that's had to go on for basically 7 episodes.
Exactly.
I felt like they did a really bad job of hiding who he was. We all knew who he was. You didn't have to read the books to know.
And then they're like, "Oh, I'm the good guy." How are you the good guy?
He has a hero complex.
He
really does.
He has some kind of complex we don't even know about.
You know what they say that
he's half villain, half hero, half and half. I don't know anymore. I really don't.
That saying, everybody's a hero in their own story. That's kind of the way he feels towards it. And to a certain extent, look, there's always 2 points of views when it comes to that. There's a person that cares about the individual, and then there's the person that cares about the greater good. Mm-hmm. He is a greater good type person when it comes to it. He's like, we can, what I've done by maybe preparing my people, getting them where that they can protect themselves against just normal human beings, then you know what? That's me playing the good guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So those that died in the fold, those that died after the fold's creation, like Alina's parents, were really, I guess Mal's parents too, were really just small cogs in the whole mechanical thing of what he believes, the greater good. So I mean, in that regard, I kind of feel like he showed that kind of personality in this. I thought he had a really that part with him and Mal, where he's sitting there talking to Mal, and I think he makes a very good point, and he's probably right in that. If everything would have gone as normal, she would have forgot Mal, and she would have been, over time she would realize as she realizes that she and him or her and the Darkling are the only two people that really can connect with each other, I think she would come to the conclusion that, or would forgive him. Even if he killed Mal, I believe she would forgive him.
I think so. But that part with the stag and Mal, that just pissed me off. That really pissed me off.
Yeah, it was a perfect.
I was like, you know what? In that moment, she should have done what she should have done was killed the deer and got his powers. But no, she saves Mal. I don't know what her factuation is with Mal, but it needs to stop because it's really hindering her ability to do anything. It's like a little giddy schoolgirl who has a crush on the jock, and that all she cares about is that one jock. Doesn't care about anything else.
There's a certain
I can't. Look, I can't.
There's a certain point that you're kind of making with that too often in Hollywood they have two types of women. They have the women that to be strong they have to be assertive and cruel and mean, like that. They can't be likable characters. And then there's the schoolgirl mentality of where they do everything for love. They never really just have a female character, or few. Let me put it this way: there's few female characters that we could actually go, you know what? There's more to them than just those two instances. I felt like a lot of Game of Thrones is a good example. I thought Daenerys Targaryen, I thought they did a very good job through most of the seasons of making her more than just that. But then at the end, she ended up turning into this, this abhorrent human being that, no one could deal with. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, they're writing Alina as a very bad character in this, I feel like she could have been wrote a lot more. But you know what? That's the way she was in the book. So, to a certain extent, they're just adapting what was already there. But I still find it very, as a guy, I will say this. But I find it very infuriating.
But still,
as a hero character,
even movies that go along with the book don't necessarily go along with the book.
No.
They do change.
But you don't want to infuriate fans.
I understand, but they still change things here and there, just like the Harry Potter series. Yeah. They've changed so much between the books and the movies. But nobody got upset about it.
Hey, you want to know something? That is one of the few times Harry Potter, Hermione was one of the few female characters that actually was smart, was capable, and was also not a complete and total jerk.
And you want to know something? Today's generation, if you ask them who Hermione is,
probably wouldn't know.
They'd be like, "Oh, that's the woman who plays Beauty and the Beast."
No, probably
not so. Harry Potter. She's not known for Harry Potter now.
Well,
she's known for Beauty and the Beast.
If that's the trend, yeah, it does. 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter. Go watch the video I did over it. Okay. But overall, I will say this: I enjoyed that moment with Genya and Alina speaking. Where Alina kind of tells a little bit of her backstory. Not Alina, but Genya tells a little bit of her backstory. Where that she's like, hey, I've been used and abused all these years. I was a spy for Alexander. It was really sad. Where she says we're all soldiers in his army.
And she's like, would you rather do that over friendship? She thought she had a good friend, but she didn't, and that's sad.
Well, at the end of the day, she keeps going back to the letters of Mal, and I'm like, how at this stage? That's like so unimportant.
I said, that is the giddy schoolgirl who's in love with the jock, who doesn't care about anything but the jock.
Yeah, it's like, I'm captured. I might be hostage for hundreds and hundreds of years with this guy. He might create the fold to be 1,000,000 times bigger. The world might be at stake, but I'm pissed off at you because you didn't send the letters to the guy that I already reconnected with.
I know.
So at this point, like, what was the point of that dialogue?
I don't know.
It just that was
just
very
to have dialogue.
yeah,
I guess
that was very frustrating to
it
me.
was stupid.
But yeah, I will agree. I mean, when you said that it started off slow, it did.
Yeah.
Started off slow. I didn't enjoy the Kaz, Jesper, and all that.
I didn't understand what he was trying to do. Is he trying to break up his little trio? He's like, go on your own way.
Well,
I'm like,
well,
you just can't leave your fellow comrades in the space where they weren't even from.
He come to the conclusion that she was a real deal, that they didn't have the funds nor the capabilities to get her. So he was like, hey, at this point, y'all can go y'all's own way if that's the way y'all want it.
I think they're gonna still get her.
No. Well, I mean, there's gonna be something that's gonna happen.
And I knew it was gonna end like that because that's how they flipping do it. They're on the boat going in. Mm-hmm. She's chained to the boat. I think something's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And Mal. Did you see where he was? He was in the bottom of the boat. He's in the cargo hold of the boat.
Frustrates me to no end about
he's gonna be I'm the hero. I saved my friend.
He's gonna save the day. But he's gonna end up getting her in a situation that was where he has to save her or something along those lines. But I think. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. But I think this is what I think that. The three amigos. I'm gonna call them the three amigos because that's what they are. I think those three little amigos are gonna save her in some form or fashion, along with Mal, and they all come up together as. Oh yeah, of course. I mean that's the way it's gonna work. I can already tell there's not gonna be any sacrifices or anything in this.
Well, the sacrifice.
I don't believe.
I believe the sacrifice is gonna be the Darkling.
I don't believe because there's a season 2. So
there
you go. But overall, what would you grade this from 1 to 10?
From 1 to 10, I give this a 6.5.
I give it 6.
The only reason is because I don't like backstories in the middle of a series. If you're gonna do a backstory, do it in the beginning, please. If Hollywood's listening, do the backstory in the beginning. Yeah. Not in the middle. Please, it's too confusing and it's too slow and it doesn't. Work. I would actually give it a bad grade because of the backstory that you just mentioned. Wasn't it didn't really solve anything. It didn't tell us anything that we didn't technically already know. It just showed us what we already knew. And how it came about.
And it didn't give us any new information that made us wonder anymore.
Like, ooh, that's interesting. No.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't do anything like that. So I was disappointed in that. I felt like the Kaz, Inej, and Jesper storyline kind of went off the railing. There was a lot, and then the thing with the stag. The thing with the stag. Just Alina and the stag just drove me crazy. So overall, no, I would give it a pretty low grade. But guys, let us know what y'all think down below.
Please do.
Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and y'all take care.
Bye.